It's another football show, and we're previewing the first game of the Nigerian Flying Eagles against Norway on the 29th of September in the World on the 20 tournament in Chile. And with me to do that is Mustafa Jinodu. My name is Stella Falabia. Welcome to another football show.
Welcome. Okay, so the coach of Norway broke down the group that Nigeria is in, which has Saudi Arabia and Colombia. He says he feels Colombia is the most skilled team. He says that he feels that Saudi Arabia has high level skills. He says that his team has technical high level, but he said that Nigeria's team is very powerful and athletic. And I agree with him. So let me stop. Let me stop. I agree with him. Anyway, I agree with him. Anyway, so that breaks down the tempo of this game. This game is going to be against a Norwegian team, which is skilled, likes to pass the ball, keep it on the ground, tries to build up methodically and break up your defense. Nigeria, rugged, solid defense, rugged midfielders, and fast wingers. But the main problem Nigeria is going to have coming into this World Cup, and especially against this Norwegian team, is the main problem we seem to have all across the line with all our teams: linkage in between the midfield and the attack. We know that our
Yeah.
midfielders are rugged, so now in this game, it's going to be a fight between our midfielders who are going to be in the midfield trying to bully the Norwegian and the Norwegians who are going to try to stay away from the bullying and pass the ball. So, and the problem is that the longer the game goes on without a goal, Norway will settle down if we're bullying them, and we'll try to figure out ways to unlock our defense. If we want to get them, we should early in the game press their midfield while they're unsteady and try to get a quick goal. If we can't do that, then we have to adjust later on and try to get the ball on the wings and look for opportunities to try to use our wingers to link up with the striker. Right now, there's just we don't have that linkage between midfield, wings, and the forward. What are your thoughts, Afolabi?
Yeah, I agree with you. Nigeria has to be very, very careful with this Norwegian team. They have a player, a winger called Silverstone. He's their standout danger man. He's quick, he's direct. He can play both wide and as a center forward. So they need to be very, very careful. Our fullbacks need to be very careful with this guy. The Flying Eagles have a couple of decent players. Their main striker, Arieri, Parable Nathaniel Arieri, is
Mm-hmm.
tall, he's physical, he can hold off defenders. And the main problem is his finishing. Sometimes his finishing can leave a little to be desired, but he's very good aerially because of his size. And there are two
Yeah.
other attackers that we have, Precious Benjamin, and also one other guy called Jefta. Along with this Hariri guy, they're able to dovetail and they have a bit of chemistry among them. They really did well.
And we have a really good, I think he's a CDM or a tough midfielder, Daniel Daga.
Yes, Daniel Daga is a ball-winning midfielder with good distribution. So I feel if they are able to work in sync, I saw clips of their game against Kenya that they drew 2-2 in the African under 20 tournament. Nigeria was far better than Kenya, but they made silly errors in that game. And one thing I want them to
What was
watch
the
out
score?
for,
What was the score of that game?
it was
Yeah.
2-2. It was 2-2
Okay,
against
good.
Kenya.
One thing you want to tell me, what were you going to say? Yeah.
Yeah, so one thing I want them to look out for is their discipline. They gave up a penalty kick against Kenya, and this Norwegian team, they're going to look for fouls. They're going to be streetwise. The African thing tendency to be too over physical, and some of these referees they tend to favor some of these European teams. So we need to be careful with our discipline and our physicality. But I feel we can't beat this Norway team. I don't say anything special. And we have a couple of guys with, technical ability that can change the game. They can change the game. And we have a very
Yeah.
good last line of defense. That's Ebenezer Harcourt, a very good goalkeeper. In the semi-finals, he was able to save two penalty kicks that made Nigeria to win against Senegal 3-1. So I'm optimistic that they could get a victory against Norway. It's Colombia that's my problem. Colombia looks by far the strongest team in this group.
Yeah, because of that skill. The only thing though is that so Nigeria, I think the big problem is going to be creating goals. We know that we are rough, rugged, and it seems like if we're going to score, it's going to have to be on the counter, using our speed
Yes,
to get the goals. Because
transitions,
I don't see us
offensive
building up. I
transitions.
don't see us building up and breaking down Norway to score. Our defense is good. I'm not saying Norway's scoring. We need to be careful of their wingers, but what we need to do is we have to figure out the tactic. Most likely, if we want to win, and Nigeria always does well, even when we had the Eagles, is when we have that transition game and some rugged players if we know we don't have a skilled midfielder who can thread passes and things, then we're just going to have to rely on pace and physicality and try to wear these guys out, and also beware of, like you said, them if they because they've got good attackers and a very good winger. So it's a close game. I see it as being either a draw. Maybe Nigeria could win 1-0. I'm going to lean towards a draw. What are you going to predict for this game?
1-0 victory, slight victory in favor of Nigeria. Like you rightly mentioned, they're going to have to rely on pace and a little bit of physicality. The likes of JJ Okocha and Kanu Nwankwo have become endangered species in our junior
Yeah,
team.
we don't have outstanding
Yeah,
forwards
we
anymore.
don't have those kind of ballers anymore in our team. So we have to
But all
rely
of those guys were old.
on pace. We have to rely on pace and physicality and and all those things. But I think in defending, we have to be careful. Norway are going to be good at corner kicks. They're going to be good at set pieces and free kicks. And then our discipline, tackling and all those things, we need to be careful because some of these overzealous referees would tend to want to favor African opponent teams.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's not much more to say. We've said everything that can be said. Once again, I think at the start of the game, I think Nigeria should be aggressive, press, not so much look to score, but look to disrupt the midfield and get the ball and break immediately. That's what they need to do at the start of the game because you don't want Norway to get into their rhythm and start being able to pass that ball around. Because Norway, once they get into that rhythm and they hold the ball, it's going to be difficult for Nigeria to get the
Yeah, it
ball
will be
back.
difficult. It will be difficult.
All
So,
right, take us out. Any last thoughts and take us out.
yeah, I feel if we beat Norway 1-0, we have a chance against Saudi Arabia. 6 points should be enough for us to go through to the next round. So I feel we have a good chance to qualify, but we just have to be aggressive, disrupt the build-up pattern of the Norwegians. Don't let them settle to a
So
cohesive
remember, yeah, we scored two, but
franchise.
our last game in South Africa in the African Nations Cup, we didn't score any goals. So we have
Yes,
to step it up a little bit, man. But
we
we have to
have
step
to.
it up.
We have to.
All right, so we'll be back tomorrow for talking about South
South
Africa
Africa,
versus
yes.
South Africa. South Africa.
Amajita,
All right,
Amajita.
cool. How about that? You Nigerian people, you don't disgrace us on our channel. The South Africans are supporting us, so we might be voting for them rather than you. Put your comments down, young man. And women, too. Take us out, Afolabi.
Okay, another brilliant show. We'll be discussing the Flying Eagles of Nigeria, who are set to open their account on the 29th of September against Norway in faraway Chile in the Under 20 FIFA World Cup. From Mustafa and myself, we'll be back again tomorrow with the Amajita.
But we'll have a piano music on for tomorrow. This wasn't even up to 10 minutes, but it doesn't matter. We said what we had to say.
Sure,
Yeah. All
sure.
right. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
All right.